Hi, my name is Sierra, and just recently I quit my job at Rack Shack Barbecue in West St. Paul. And the reason for me quitting is I was not, this wasn't the main reason why I quit, but after I quit, this definitely factored in, is that I worked there for 6 months from the new location that just opened, which was in July. And I worked there for 6 whole months. And during that time period, not once did I receive credit card tips. Now, I know going into this job, I wasn't thinking that, you know, I was solely based off of getting tips. But after a while, after seeing how much people tip me, I was like, wow, this is like a lot of money. And I would ask, and they said, oh, you get it on your paycheck like every month or whatever. After a while, I noticed that I wasn't getting them, and on my paycheck stub, it would say bonus and it would say zero. And I started talking to other workers, and they didn't get it either. Um, after I quit, it was I was there, and I just couldn't take working there anymore. They were very rude. They were not appreciative of what I did there, and I did my best to work there, and um, I apologize for quitting on such short notice because it's a terrible thing to do. You shouldn't do that. But when you're constantly told how terrible of a worker you are, even though you work your hardest, after a while it does hurt. So I told my mom. She wasn't mad, and she emailed my boss about the credit card tips. And he stated in the email, which I will attach a photo of, he stated that I was working under the impression that those credit card tips were mine, and that is what I was told from the beginning, that anything that I earned, they would be given to me. And he said that any in the beginning that they used our credit card tips, everyone's workers' credit card tips, they used it to cover shortages in the till, in the register, and that they also pooled it, meaning they would put the large sum of money together and split it evenly among everybody, which is another illegal thing to do, because you stated with the Minnesota Department of Labor, you are only people who are only given credit card tips are people who um, run food and have like contact with customers. Even with that, even if they did pool it, I just still did not receive any of that. So I called the Department of Labor, and they said that they will not guarantee me the money because I quit there. But at this point, it's not even about the money. It's it's the principle of the thing. It's the fact that a restaurant who is obviously successful with two businesses is taking money wrongfully from a 17-year-old girl who was given her first job. And I think it's a terrible thing to do, because there are other people who work there who are also deserving of this money, who work hard for what they do and are not given it. Just recently, I just trained a girl, and she asked me, she said, when are we giving our credit card tips? And I told her, I said, I have no idea. I'm like, I've been working here for 6 months, and I have not received them. And, I don't care if I get money or not. I just, I want other people to know about this. That this is wrong. This is so wrong. And that nobody should take money from other people who aren't even aware of this, who tip people 25 a dollar, doesn't matter how much the amount is, they are tipping this person, and knowing that they're just throwing their money away to a business that doesn't even care. I the sum of the money I could have received by now would be at least $1,000, which is a lot for me, for a teenager who is about to go to college next year. But if I don't receive that money, I don't even care. I want people to know about this. This is wrong. It's terrible that people do this, that knowing they're getting away with this with how many other people have worked there, have been hired there or quit or have been fired, and knowing that they will never receive that money. I want people to know that this thing exists, that anyone who you see is in the serving industry or anything like that, that I don't want people to do what I did. I don't want them to, wait until they quit and then report it, because you aren't guaranteed anything. But I was afraid. I was afraid that once I did quit, or if I did report them while I was still there, this would just be a huge deal. And it has been a huge deal. It's emotionally draining, and it's hard. Well, hopefully justice will be served to this restaurant, because it is morally wrong. It is not right. I don't know how they can do this to people, young people. It's not even older people, it's just young teenagers and adults who are just trying to pass on by with their lives. So I hope that people will see this video and just see how wrong it is that for someone who cared so much, I cared so much about my job that I did anything to make sure that restaurant succeeded. And to know that I was tossed away just like any other person, it hurts. But I hope that one day or soon that this will all be solved and no one will have to go through what I went through. So I hope you take away from this video and it will better someone. Thank you.